welcome to the stream. I hope that everyone is doing fantastic today. We are talking about those critters in the garden. You're probably like, hey, security lady, what's going on with you in your garden? You sound kind of angry today or something. Man, those critters will get you every time. They get me every single year. And every single year I fight. It's like me and the raccoons and the possums and the squirrels and the chipmunks and the otters and the beavers and the moles and the, gosh, I could go on and on and on about those critters. So we're going to go through some of the things that can help us with those critters. Some things that have helped me, some things that my friends have suggested that they've done to keep the critters out. And then, of course, you have the people that want to come through your yard sometimes and step right through your fence. Do any of you have any issues with that whatsoever? Let me see. Let me go over here and look. Okay, I want to get up to the first. Here we go. No, that's not what I'm looking for. Where is what I'm looking for? Aha! Found it. My trusty little thing. Okay, lights. Lights are huge. The solar lights out panel that you see right there, lights are huge when we talk about security and securing anything, whether it's your home or whether it's your garden. Okay, whether it's your home or whether it's your garden, lights are important because even though, at least I don't know what kind of raccoons and critters you may have around your garden or your home or your ranch or your camp, wherever you live, even in the city, because we're tearing down so many of the natural habitat for our amazing critters that they're living in our yards. I mean, I saw a coyote, I think it was a coyote run through our yard, or a fox or something like that. It was like just running down the street in the dead center of the city because they don't have a place to go. And deer running rampant. If you have any ideas or any thoughts, please throw them in the chat and let me welcome everyone. Welcome to this live stream. If you have any animals that you would like to talk about or that you'd like to throw in the chat and say, security lady, this helped me tremendously. I had a raccoon and this is what I did. And now I don't have a raccoon anymore. And then maybe it can help somebody else that's in the chat and listening to help them with their animal issue. So lights are huge. Lights are one of the big things that deter a lot of things. I think lights many times deter more people than they do animals sometimes, because when my motion lights come on, the raccoons, I catch them on camera. I mean, I see everything on camera. That's how I kind of figure out what kind of animals are doing what kind of damage. And the raccoons just kind of, they just look dead at the camera, the light, and just kind of look at it and continue to ravage the garden like nobody's business. Last year was probably the worst. I went out there, and before I realized what kind of animals were actually doing it last year, the corn, it's like they took my logs that sit around my garden. I have a log border, cut the trees down and then rolled the logs over there so I could have like seats and a border. When I say it looked like they had made tables and sat there and just ate the corn. I had one single corn out of about 30 stalks. One single cob of corn, and it was a tiny one, and I got it just because I wanted to at least taste one bit of corn. I wasn't going to try to eat after the raccoons. That's just nasty. That's just disgusting. Well, I mean, if you eat after raccoons, then hey, that's fine. Looking for a solid Canon camera. Hi, Gross. Thank you for being here. Thank you for joining the chat. And you are looking for a solid Canon camera. Okay. I don't know a lot about the Canon cameras, but are you looking for a Canon camera, like a camera that's made by Canon that is regular? I just got this new Sony. So a regular type snapshot camera, or are you looking for a hidden type camera that is good for outdoors and things like that? Greer price. Okay, what is a Greer price? Oh, great. I think you're saying great. Great. I think that's meant to say great. Okay, great. For a great price on a solid Canon camera. Typo. No problem, Gross. Okay, I will check and see on a Canon camera. A great price. One thing you can do, and I can help you with that in a little bit, is look at the Amazon has some amazing lightning deal specials. When you go to bestsellers and best deals on Amazon, and you can find some of these Sony cameras. What specifically? Give me what you're going to be doing for that. Oh, there you go, right there. Let me see. I'm going to go on back here. I don't know. I don't think I can get a better price on that one right now, but I would check to see if there's a coupon on that one. But the good thing about that one, that is a good one because it is definitely Amazon's choice for the Canon G7X market. Okay. As you can see, I'm looking hard. I'm trying to check this out for you, Gross. Okay. Oh, where did that go? Okay, at this point, maybe by the end of the stream, I don't know, at this point, I'm not able to see that we have any special coupons on it. I will check. Let me go back here. No, not today. At least not today. As you know, gross things can change at any given moment. By the time this live stream, that something may change and something else will come up. But I will keep my eye out for. I'll check every so often during the stream while I'm on here. And see if I can see if that particular camera comes up. If not, then I'll throw something in there. And if you come back, because I know you'll probably check some of the things here and there. And when you come back and check in with me, you can check in the chat. If I see one on there, I'll throw one on there real quick. And at the closer to the end of mine, I'm going to be at the top of the hour. So I'm keeping this at an hour today until about 3 o'clock. And so about 10 till 3, check back with me or check back in the chat. And if it's in there, I'll leave it up there until that time that I'm going to check out. And then you'll know if I found it or not. And you are very, 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 very welcome. My pleasure. There's nothing like a good camera. Love a good camera. And especially when you can get a coupon or a discount on it. So that is just fine. Oh, we got all kinds of other coupons, just not on the Canon today. Maybe Canon's like, wait a minute, I think people are going to try to rack up after Prime Day. What? There wasn't any? No, Canon didn't go on sale at all on Prime Day? That's crazy. Neither day? Wow. Wow. Okay, yes, I'll check back in a little bit and then I'll check on at one more place. Let me see. There's something I'm gonna check real quick. Okay, right here. There's one other place I'm gonna look while you're still there. Let's see here. Wow, we're not, there aren't a whole lot on. There's not much on cameras at all today, at least not right now. But again, I love doing this because at any given moment, something can change. Let's see here. Let me see, what is that? What's that Canon start with? B01. Oh, wait a minute. Wait. No, that's 801. This is crazy. Looking for some cell phone accessories. You got a lot of those. But as far as the Canon camera, nope, but I will check back. I'll check back later on during the stream and see if I can find something for that. Amazon. Girl says Amazon knows what you're looking for. They're like, hey, we're gonna wait him out. We're gonna sit there and we're gonna keep him eye to eye, and maybe he'll break. Maybe he'll break. But you're gonna wait him out. And eventually something's gonna have to give because they've got to start doing something so that people stay like, yeah, they had a sale, and bring all the whole escabang with them. All right. Okay, let's take a look at these lights right here. Okay, Amazon's choice for these lights, and they are wireless, waterproof, and solar with a motion detector. I tried to put the majority of the things I have on here, I tried to have some type of motion detector because the animals, sometimes we want to just catch them right there in the act. I cannot tell you how many this year I have shipped out to another side of the city. And you're probably like, okay, security lady, put them somewhere else so they can bother somebody else, right? You know, you let them out at parks and things like that, and hopefully they'll stay in the park. They'll feel good about being in the park. Automatic motion detection enables bright light output for 15 seconds when motion is detected. Again, I don't know what your animals are like in your area, but my raccoons, it didn't bother them one bit. And now that I ship them out somewhere else, hopefully they won't be back. And did you know, you may have known this, that raccoons, at least the raccoons here, they hang out with cats. I would have never known that had I not caught on video. My brother kept telling me, you know, they hang out with cats. Cats and raccoons came together. And I'm like, yeah, absolutely no way. No, I mean, they're like, can't even be farther from the same family. So why would a raccoon and a cat hang together? But they did. A group of raccoons and cats came together. I caught them on my I wish, when I do the part 2 of this garden, I'm going to actually put up a clip of the raccoons and the cats in my garden and being together in my garden. It's just like wow. These lights do not need any extra wire or special tools. The solar outdoor light is water resistant and heat resistant. So it can be used in Texas, can be used in so many different places. As though Texas is the hottest place in Indiana. I don't know, where is the hottest place in Indiana? In Indiana, oh my God. Where is the hottest place in the United States? A great solar light for outdoor patio, garden, deck, yard, outside wall, and fence. Flexible angle adjustment. I like the look of the lights. The solar floodlight designed with two 180-degree active joints. Nice. Get at any angle you want. Wonderful. And screwing in the screws is going to be really extra secure for the angles that you want. Nice. 10 to 25 feet range. And moving objects in 10 to 25 feet range with 120-degree range. React quickly to protect you in dark environments and warn the thief. Okay, so yeah, the thief. Right now we're talking about garden thieves and vegetable thieves. Those things just devour. You work hard. It's kind of like a garden burglar. They come in and you work so hard and you plant and you till. That's what I did. I tilled my garden. I planted, I watered, I had all my rows, like in perfect little rows, and then these little thieves in the night come and just destroy everything. It's a horrible feeling. If you guys have had that feeling, let me know. Put me in the chat that you know what I'm talking about, because you will make me feel better about my journey. And let me hear some of your thoughts about that. Did you use lights? Did you not use lights? Have you thought about using lights? Because that actually deters both. It can deter the bad guys from trying to break into your home and the bad critters from stealing your stuff, your food that you worked so hard for. Okay, the next one we have is a solar pack light, 16 pack. Nice. 16 pack solar. Oh, okay. 16 pack solar 5x5 fence post cap light. I like these because you can set them. If you already have a fence in place and you're thinking about what can I do with those lights, then you can set them up on top of your fence, or you can make a fence. Sometimes it's just as simple as getting a 4x4, cementing it in the ground, and stick that light up on top. I had some glue in there, but I took the glue out, the wood glue, and the all-purpose outdoor glue, weather resistant, heat resistant, freeze resistant, so that you could just put these things on there. But then I took that off because I could only have 40 products in the carousel. And I didn't want to keep changing in and out. So it comes in, it has 5 LED bulbs, black, copper, brown, white, and a square shade. I love some of these because they can give you the pay option if you don't want to get it all at once. New and improved solar panels. Nice. Very nice. And let's see. I like that there's 16 of them because you can put them all around your garden. So not only does it look pretty, it comes out. Now this one, I don't think this is a motion detector. I think it's just simply solar. Safe and weather resistant though. For outside, it needs to be weather resistant. And there are a couple other things. If you look down under it, what people bought with it. Nice. Okay, now this is a big one. I used to think that these keep the deer out of the yard. I don't know about you, but if you've ever seen a deer jump, those things are like, wow, they like crazy. Those things can jump so high. Let's see. Oops. They jump so high, like crazy high, like real high. They're like in the movies, for real. They're just, and you don't want to get too close to a deer. They look really sweet and cute. When I lived in Whidbey Island, off of like over the water from Seattle, you got to go on a ferry and all that fun stuff. I had deer come up to the door every single day, and it was an amazing sight. And we got so used to having the deer come to our door and feeding them and looking at them. And then we came back to the city. You don't want to do that to a deer. Deer can be crazy. They can be really crazy, and you never know when their baby's going to be around. And yeah, and they jump really high over fences. So this will not keep a deer out. This is a very nice fence. It can be good for human people. As far as animals, it's not going to do a good job keeping the animals out. But I put it there because it does give some sense of privacy. So it's do-it-yourself installation kit, and it can keep people from coming through your garden, and that can be an issue. If people come through your garden come through your yard in the middle of the night, see, I don't know about you, but I like things. What was that floaty thing? That blue floaty thing. Somebody hit something. Somebody tapped on something that made a blue floaty thing like a square. Come on, I'm like a kid when it comes to that. I like seeing the little things floating all up. But anyway, back to the subject. Bring it back, security lady. I like nature, so I like having things open. I have my garden, I have my morning glories, and I have my flowers, and I have my greens, my dandelions. I go out and the neighbors know I'll pick dandelions and eat them for lunch or dinner. And so I like all those natural things. I like my yard open. I don't like it closed off. But sometimes you have to close off some things. So the fence, because it's not closed off right now, people come through it. They just think that it's okay just to walk on the side of my house and trample to my garden. So we'll talk about that a little later. I had some surprises for them, and they didn't come back through my garden. So be careful, make sure you know the regulations and laws, your local city, county, and state laws and federal laws as it relates to certain devices in your yard and protection and personal protection, home business security. So this is a do-it-yourself fence, and it includes the fence post and the powder-coated metal 3-rail rackable for yard, and it can be for your garden. To keep, again, this is something more to keep people from trampling your gardens. And that's a pain because not everybody respects your garden like you respect your garden. The wood, I gotta have the wood in there because these are just small things, some of the small things I have in here so that you can know you can do some things yourself. My brother helped me to take some wood, and make sure you check to see if it's weatherproof. Your wood, make sure you weatherproof your yards because you don't want to take care of the critters and the rodents and things like that, and then have termites and carpenter ants and all kinds of other things come and infest your wood because it's not treated. I did not know when I first started doing these type of things, I did not know it had to be treated because I always had someone else do it for me. Like my brother, he would always do these things, or contractors. But it needs to be treated if it's going to be outside. Look, you saved today. Look at that whopping percentage that you saved. And that has been on the cherry lumber wood. If you want a cherry lumber wood, and that's pretty too. It's very attractive. You can save that blue thing again. Who is doing that blue thing? And how is that blue thing floating up in the air? Leave me a message in the chat and say, security lady, it's me. And I'm pushing something to make that blue pretty, like a house or something, come floating up. So, and is anybody else singing? Am I the only one that's singing that? So this cherry was very pretty. Make sure it's treated. Look at the price. It's amazing price. Amazing. Today, get it while you can. I won't say that enough. And I'm definitely not saying it to tell you, come on, get it. It's not going to be like this. And then it's the same price for the next 20,000 years. When Amazon puts something like this, you really do want to jump on it. And you can take this and dig holes. You can put concrete in it or just make it deep enough where you don't have to cut concrete, put rocks or something else to fill it. Because the squirrels and the small animals, they're not going to knock something down if you put it in there deep enough without concrete. Raccoons, on the other hand, those raccoons, they can be evil. I mean, they are can be so evil. They're like human. These raccoons, if you watch some of the videos that I've taken of the raccoons in my yard, they stand like 6 feet tall. They're huge. Okay. Maybe not 6 feet tall, but they're huge. They are human-like. And so are the possum. I had a possum in my kitchen once. Let me tell you about this possum. And I did not know. I thought there may have been a mouse in the house. And so I put out some traps. And I had the kids when they were young. I'm telling you, I'm not going to tell you all the story. I mean, if you want to hear the complete story about the possum, then you can go ahead and throw in the chat and say, security lady, tell us this whole story about the possum. But I opened my door to my kitchen one night, and there that possum was. And he was, shh. I mean, he was like 6 feet tall. He was huge. Okay, not 6 feet tall, but it seemed like at that point he was and I had no idea. I had seen possums at the zoo and on television. I had never, ever seen a possum in real life. Mm-mm. So they were just these cute little things with these long little tails to me, at the zoo that didn't bother anybody. when I went face to face with that possum, I guess he was scared because he didn't know I was coming into the kitchen. He acted like that was his kitchen and not my kitchen. And he just, the claws and the fangs and the claws were like that long. So we have some things in here to talk about that so that you can keep safe if you ever confront an animal like that. And if you're in areas where you know you have issues like that, then you have to be very careful because you never know if you're going to come up on one of those animals or if their babies are someplace near and they don't know that you're not trying to attack their babies. So that wood can help you to put border and then to put the fence around the wood and put the wood in. And so we have some things for that as well. You'll need some things to cut the wire fencing that you're going to get to help to keep your animals out, your rabbits and things out. Let me see. Sam maintaining a bundle of 6 day today. Hey, what's happening, Sam? I hope everything is well with you today. If you have, you're always good at giving us your thoughts. If you have any thoughts on keeping gardens safe, if you have any issues with rodents or with critters, the big kind, or with people, please leave it in the chat and give us some of your ideas and thoughts, things that may have helped you, or if you have any questions. So this is a pack. The Koto automatic electrical wire stripper set cutter and crimping tool. Multi-tool with storage bag. It's always good when you have a storage bag because you can keep all your things in one place. Before I started purchasing things, I used to just purchase, screwdrivers here, get whatever's on sale, screwdriver here, a wrench here, or a ratchet there, and everything just everywhere. And I'd constantly lose things, or the maintenance people would take it. No, don't want that. Would take it with them by accident. I would hope that would be by accident. Or I've taken other tools of other people sometimes, with not intending. I just thought they were mine, and I always gave them back if I could find the person. So that's important to have it in a bag and have your name on the bag, or have some type of identifier that says it's yours in the bag. So this has, faster and better than the rest because it's automatic. Now I have to say, I've used an automatic electrical wire stripper, but I've never, and crimping tool, but I've never actually owned my own. And at this price, awesome price, especially for 3 of them, I will probably be owning my own very soon. You're like, security lady, you doing this stuff? Yes, you better believe it. I have my, I'm not gonna get into all that and tell you everything I have, but yes, I can take care of my home. Faster and better than the rest. Our automatic wire stripping set has self-adjusting jaws with specially designed and precisely machined teeth to hold, pull, and remove outer jackets in a simple one-handed motion. I like that. Koto makes it versatile. Can crimp insulated and non-insulated, automotive ignition terminals, etc. We always beat the competition. We got your back, it says. With precision, ground hose, and surfaces. Okay, let me look at this bag. If you're looking at that with me and you click on that, the bag's nice and they have everything nice in a row. The ultimate usability with one tool that you can wire strip, cut, crimp. I like that. It has a conduit reamer. See, all these things for electrical things, which you really won't need as much in your garden, but you never know, because I've used some things in my garden. I had to strip the outer, whatever you call it. Now, I don't know the technical term for these things, but I know what I'm doing. I know how to take the tool and use it and strip it with what I'm supposed to do. I just don't know all the terms all the time. Ergonomic grip, that's always good because it's helpful on the hands and not as difficult on the hands. And then I got a nice little video with this one. Okay, what is this South wire? I put that in there because I thought that looked really handy for somebody that's really going to get down to serious business. This is the heavy duty compact ratcheting cable cutters. Now we're cutting fence. So unless you're doing some serious, putting up some lighting and some other things that maybe you're super experienced in these things and you want to do that, then you probably won't need this one. But yeah, I wanted to put it up here because I like getting things once. I don't like getting things 2 and 3 and 4 times. And I definitely don't like borrowing things from Jane, Johnny, Sue, Joey, and Jimmy. And I say that to mean all the other people of the world, my neighbors and anyone else. But okay, so this can do a lot as well because we want to be prepared to take care of our garden, put up that fencing, and do what we need to do. And pliers, you can always use some good pliers when you're putting up fence. Okay, right here, we want to get the cut resistant. I'm looking at the cut resistant gloves. Gloves, you should always have gloves when you're doing any type of work outside. That helps you from getting like poison ivy or poison oak. If you're not allergic to poison oak, it can help you from getting chiggers. Make sure you're wearing long sleeves to get chiggers and all those little tiny red spiders and bugs that just get in your clothes and inside your clothes and all over the place. And you're like, oh gosh, why am I itching all the place? And it's because you got a chigger or something. Or you may be super tough guy or super tough girl and you're like, I laugh in the face of chiggers. But this says they're super strong. We have another pair that's even more strong than this one. But Sewer highest level cut resistant stainless steel metal mesh chain mail glove for meat cutting butcher glove. Now that may be a meat cutting butcher glove. The reason I put it in here is because it is most likely safe for any chain cutting or fence cutting or wire cutting and getting your things that you need to do using wood. You say, well, you're supposed to use saws and things like that. Sometimes when you're having jobs like a garden, a knife can come in very, 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 very handy. As a matter of fact, I'm going to check. There's one knife. I'm going to check to see if we got this knife in here because there's one knife that really you guys would be like, wow, I need that knife. I need that knife. And I'm going to throw it in the chat if I see it over here. So I'm going to look for this real quick and see. Aha, there it is. Yeah. I'm going to throw this in the chat real quick. Let me see. Let me get the link for this one. Okay, this one is a must-have. A must-have, a must-have, a must-have. I can't say enough about how this is a must-have. Right here. I think it will come up. Does that come up? No, I wanted that whole, so you can see the picture of it. How do I get the picture up to do that? Aha. Maybe this is how I get the picture to come up. I'm going to try this again. Oh, no, I can't do that one. Okay, it says you cannot send that. So, can I send the picture? Let's see if I can send a picture. Maybe I can send a picture. I'm going to try it this way. You got to see this. I got to make sure these. No, it won't let me do this either. How do I do this? I wonder if I can do it like this. I'm learning something today here. Thank you for your patience, for bearing with me on this. No, I can't do that either. Okay, can someone in the chat help me out here and see if that link, if you can actually go to that link right there or no? Because I'm going to get this. I'll tell you what it is. If you click, let me see, get it right here out of my. It's amazing. As a matter of fact, I'll do a little video on this. This right here is a credit card knife. And if you see how thin, I'm going to show you how thin on the camera. You can see this like that. See how thin that is? It's like super thin. Yeah, super thin. Like a credit card. And this right here is nice. So if you click, actually, if you click on anything, if you click on the knife that I'm showing you right here, and then just type up in the in the browser, credit card Amazon, or credit card knife, because you're already in Amazon. And this comes up, or copy that link that I just put into the chat and go to that. And look, it opens up like this. You turn it like this for that little, that's the little safety latch right here. And you turn that so that it's flat. And check this out. So turn it like it's flat. There, and it comes out like that. And it comes out like that. Ends up being like that. And when I say this thing is razor sharp, it is razor sharp. And then this goes back like this. This folds back like that. And this part folds back like that. And it snaps together like that. And it's super, super, super awesome. Super awesome. Because it can help you when you need it. It's right there. It's not like you're carrying something on your body all the time on your person. And it's very easy. And then you open it back up and you fold it back in and you latch it. Always latch the safety. That's what the safety is there for. Always latch the safety back. There. And then you have your credit card knife back to normal. So that, you can get that, find that here on Amazon. And that's good for when you're outside, because if you happen to have a snake come up and you don't have the big knife, you are in luck. You're safe for the most part. If you know how to use it, know what you're doing with. Always practice with every tool that you have. That's always, 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 always the thing to do. So this glove, cut resistant. Whenever you're working with something metal of any sort, even if it's a small little rabbit fence, make sure you have safety gear on. That means gloves. I don't have the goggles in here, but you can find the goggles on Amazon as well to keep your eyes protected, because when you're working with metal, I've seen some crazy things in my life. I've seen some serious, serious, serious lifelong injuries because people did not wear their protective gear. And I know it can be a pain. You're like, it's hot out here. It's so hot. And I'm sweating in these glasses and the gloves are just hot. And, your safety is worth it. You are worth it. You're worth it. Okay. I care about your health. Okay. Now let's go on to the reason I have the Skechers for right there. The Skechers for work is because you don't want to slip. These are like slip resistant to wear. So when you're outside working with your garden, you could slip on some greens or some collard greens or some spinach greens could have fallen on the ground. They may be a little wet, or the grass may be wet, or anything could be down there that's wet and slimy. You're in a garden, tomatoes could have dropped off the vine and got squished up by the raccoon the night before. And so you want to wear some type of shoes that are safe, that can help you to be safe in your garden. Okay. Come up here. Again, we have right here the cut-proof vest. Cut-proof vest, elastic, get over here, tactical t-shirt, special fiber plates protection for the body, men and women. And the good thing about this vest is because it is cut-proof, you can wear it other places too, not just in the garden, but when I'm getting under the house in the crawl space, sometimes there are like things that I'll get like on my hands and knees, and I'll be walking and my back may be a little close to the joists under the house, and it can cut you and cause some damage. But if you have something like that, you have some protection when you're working like that. Not to mention, you just never know. Now, I'm not saying that will cut. I don't know, and I definitely would not say that. It's cut resistant. That does not mean it is cut proof. So resistant means it would just help to stop something, to prevent as much damage as would occur if you didn't have it. So to have that is good. So as far as like with an electric saw, like my circular saw, if I was to accidentally brush against my circular saw while it's in motion, I don't think that would stop something like that. But it may stop it from being as bad as it would. I'm not saying that, but this is cut proof, elastic tactical shirt, special fiber plates. So let's look at this. The fabric of cut resistant shirt combines UHM WPE, which is 10 times stronger than high quality steel wiring. using special high-density textile machinery to manufacture cut-resistant fabric, says protection at all times. Let's see. Oh, I like that. Light and breathable. And look, the shirt looks nice. I mean, that's a good-looking shirt. It's a really good-looking shirt. You could wear that without even looking like you're wearing something that's cut-resistant. Let me see. Light and breathable. The knife-resistant vest is about 450 grams. You won't feel heavy and depressed if you wear it with a coat. Characteristic of moisture absorption and perspiration. Oh, really nice. That's nice. Yeah, that looks really, really nice. I like that. Let me go. Cut-proof anti-fiber. Okay. Wide variety of situations. Get in a fight. You're brushing against something. Like I mentioned, getting under the crawl space. All year weather. Oh, I like this. Yes. Machine washable, hand washable, and it doesn't fade. Okay, very, very nice. One of the questions I would have, they have several questions. One of the questions I would ask would be, what is the return policy? It's not listed here, but that's a question you can put right in there. That's one thing I love about Amazon is you can throw the questions right in there. Free returns and $7.99. No shipping charges because Prime. If you're a Prime member, make sure you become Prime member. Just put up there in the search bar Prime membership, and you get some amazing discounts and get to know things before anybody else. Also up here, if you're here on Amazon, for those of you watching on Amazon, up here, right here is the follow. I think it's right here is the follow button right there, and you can follow me to find out when the next stream is or when I'm coming on live, so that you can come and check out everything that I'm doing and talking about, whether it is super secret James spy products, tasers, stun guns, amazing stuff, or health and wellness, because I have my days that I do securing your total life wellness. Moving on to the Kevlar sleeve. I love Kevlar. In my former occupation, that was one of the big things that I embraced. And Kevlar can save you from a lot. Kevlar is really, really good material. Cut and knife resistant arm protective sleeve with thumb hole. So that's good because cut resistant, we can get cut just not by knife. But remember, we're out here dealing with wild animals. We're out here dealing with vicious raccoons and long-clawed possums and snakes. There are snakes out here. Those are one thing that we don't think about. Unless you live in the bayou or other places that they are known for snakes, you don't think about snakes. I forget about snakes all the time until someone mentions it. Candy, don't forget about the snakes now. I just had a friend of mine tell me where is it? Tennessee, I think it is. That Tennessee, if you're from Tennessee or you're in the chat in Tennessee, let me know if it's true that you guys are having a massive overrun of snakes right now. I hear that snakes are just coming out of everywhere, out of the woodwork and getting in people's homes. Is that what's going on in Tennessee? If you're from Tennessee, or is that kind of like people overreacting right now? My friends overreacting. So it has the arm safety mechanic sleeve, long arm guard protector for work, bite proof. I love that. And dogs, I have videos. I really should have put these videos. I'm gonna have to find these videos and put these up here in my live streams. I was out there working in my garden once, and this dog, huge, vicious dog, came out of nowhere he was actually chasing a squirrel. And then he saw me pop up out of my garden, and he decided to divert his attention. But fortunately, I had my handy steel baton, and yeah. Okay, let's see here. Okay, they have pictures of people doing different things. See that lady's putting down the dirt, and she has her Kevlar sleeves on, which is great if something bites her, a dog, a snake, a lizard, something jumps out at her. But her hands aren't protected, so she needs to put gloves on. Put gloves on, wear gloves. Veterinarians, all kinds of stuff. But we're here talking about gardens. And if you have any suggestions or thoughts on your gardening and tools that you've used to help you keep safe, keep your body safe, to keep from getting, poison ivy and all those different not contagious. Well, poison ivy can be contagious depending on the people that you're around. The next one is we have the boots. Again, if you're walking in the garden or hunting, well, this is hunting, but we're talking about garden. Snake bites, insect bites. And again, when you're wearing boots like this and you're wearing things like this, or the gaiter, waterproof gaiter, wearing things like this, make sure you have socks on. I've seen people out that have shoes and they have leg protection, but they don't have any socks on. Come on, guys. If you don't have socks on, those bugs can get down in your shoes, and lizards, anything can get down in there and just eat you up. Those little tiny red spiders can be horrible. So it says guaranteed QC quality checking before they even send it to you. Yeah, the rural forester, we're not getting that. We will see this suit right here. I'm going to click on that nomad suit. It says men's, but I've seen plenty of women wear these water and wind resistant insulated performance camo. This camo is really good, especially at night. It's just something about blending into the scenery at night, where if you just want to sit back and do surveillance on the raccoons and the possums, you're like, come on, security lady, really? Did you really do that? Yes, I really did that. I was so frustrated with them critters. It's like, get out of my yard. And I found out from looking at my cameras, you have to have cameras. From looking at my cameras, I found out that they were coming at a particular time every single night. Every single night. It's like, they're like, hey, okay, security lady's gone in her house, or she's not here. Let's come out and party, and they'd ravage things. So yes, that was just a nightmare. But this nightmare didn't happen this year. I got rid of it really quickly because of some of these things I'm talking about. So yes, I have my little outfit that I go out, etc. So this is a really nice one, insulated. No matter, it says it's building the most innovative, authentic hunting apparel, and you're hunting raccoons, possums, moles, beavers. I thought beavers only stay where water is. I thought they were only around water, but that's not true. They can go away from water as well and into your garden. The mosquito, we have the mosquito traps. The mosquitoes don't tear up your garden, but they can tear up your legs and your body while you're out there. And I found out you probably already know this. You're probably thinking that now I am by no means a mosquito expert. Although I do know something because I don't like getting bitten by mosquitoes. One thing that's helped me a lot with mosquitoes is peppermint. Has helped me tremendously. Eucalyptus has helped me tremendously, keeping them away. Tea tree oil, if you get bit, is just amazing. You find all of this stuff on Amazon. It's not in the carousel because I could not fit it. I could only put 40 things in my carousel. So I had to pick the things that are just, I'm thinking just, yeah, you got to get these things. You got to have these. Okay, to get the mosquitoes, they come out of the ground. Did you guys know that? I did not know that. It took me years to figure it out, and I didn't even figure it out myself. Someone finally said, you know, the mosquitoes come out of they live in the ground. I'm like, what? Because they're always flying up there, but they apparently live in the ground. If you think that's not true, or you know some other things about mosquitoes, please feel free to throw it in the chat. And hi, for those of you who are just following, just looking at this, just coming in here, checking this out, I'm Candy Perry, the security lady. I help people gain confidence by empowering them through the use of knowledge of the latest technology as it relates to personal protection, home business security, and total life wellness. And today, if you're here on Amazon, click that follow button up there and you can follow me and know when I'm coming out with different live streams and what I'm talking about. If you are on Facebook or Instagram or YouTube, and you're on one of those things I'm streaming to as well, then you cannot see these products. You can just hear about them, but you can't see them. So come on over to the Security Lady .live and you'll see me on Amazon. http://thesecuritylady.live. So the mosquito, this has a powerful and effective 20 LEDs, emit light with a wavelength of 365 nm395, which is deadly attractive to insects. So they fly toward the light near their intake, and the sticky glue boards at the bottom prevents it from escaping. Oh, poor mosquitoes, but they don't bite you. Please leave the device for 12 hours or more for the first time. Please read the directions on all of these type of things. Sometimes we think things don't work. It's because we didn't read the directions. Hey, security lady, you telling us to read directions? What are you, a teacher? Okay, let me see. This one chases rodents. It says it chases the Pest Chaser Pro Rodent Repeller. Not available in HI or NM. There's that blue thing again. What are these blue things? Can anybody tell me? Is anybody out here right now in the chat that knows what these pretty little blue squares that are there? The thing where the star, there's this blue star. No, there's this white circle. Let me see. I point down here. How does it see on the screen? Yeah, right there. Over there. Let me see. Over there. No, over there. That's strange. Okay, right there. There's this blue thing, blue circle with a white star, and little gold stars come up and they fly through the air. There is a blue square that goes up every so often. If anybody can tell me what that blue square is, I am more than all ears to hear what that blue square is. Okay, bring it back in, security lady. This one it has a 6-foot cord and enables ideal placement anywhere in the room. Produces a high frequency ultrasound to repel rodents. Frequency is inaudible to people and non-rodent pets. Very interesting. Mice, rats, and other rodents. So if you have rodents, all those other rodents in your, well, I think it's a possible considered a rodent, considered animal. I think it may be considered a rodent, a big rodent. It doesn't say waterproof though, or outdoors. So this is for if you have it inside. And it may work on raccoons. I don't know. That's something that I would have to send a question to the seller, the Victor store, and find out. Because that would have taken care of the raccoons that got in my attic. I went out of the country. I was gone out of the country for about 5 months. And when I came back, there's a whole entire family that had moved into my home. Can you imagine what they were? Raccoons. They took over while I was gone. And it was almost like they knew instantly. She's gone out of the country. Hey, it's party time. Party time. And they came and they wreaked havoc up in my attic. Just demolished. And that was, I think that's when they probably went over my garden too. And then they came back the next year and thought they were going to do the same thing. And I had news for them. Nobody, didn't happen twice. Okay, the Nomad men's scrape jacket, when waterproof, same thing we talked about earlier as far as like the camouflage effect. We're going to take a quick look at that one. Nomad men's scrape jacket, wind, water resistant, and insulated, safety strap compatible. Jacket looks real nice. It's got a zipper in the front of it. If you go over the front, see the back of it. Ooh, really nice. And great going through. What's he got in his hand? Is that a camera or is that something to take care of those animals that are probably getting into his garden? Okay. 100% polyester, made in USA or imported. So either one, zipper closure and machine washable. Guys love that. Most guys I know do not like washing things by hand. Engineered from hundreds of hours of field testing. Love that. Highly windproof, super soft, quiet, warm, safety strap compatible, scent suppression. Prey can smell us a mile away, but Nomad Silver's Z scent suppression apparel system absorbs the limits the distribution of human scent. Very interesting. This is the first time I've seen a jacket that actually does that. If you guys know of any other jackets that do that, please leave that in the chat because I love learning new things and about new products, especially when it comes to personal safety, home business security, personal protection, and total life wellness. So I'm always open to learning something new like that. Now, if all of these things that we're talking about, the fencing, and we're going to get some more of that, but these things that I'm talking about, they're not working to you just want to take it like to the next level. It's like, okay, I've just had enough. I've got to take this to the next level. These raccoons are not going to get the best of me. These possums they're just not going to give it the best of me. These rodents, I am just sick and tired of being sick and tired of being sick and tired of these rodents and possums and raccoons and every other animal that's invading my dinner, my lunch, and my health and wellness. So this is the wearable for you Umarex Colt Government 1911 A1 CO2 semi-automatic air pistol pellets air gun with 5 pieces of 12 GR CO2 tanks, pack of 500.177 lead pellets, bundle black. Now, was that a mouthful or what? Love it. So it has the pellet, wearable for you is the brand. Love it. air power type, CO2, frame, plastic. 8-shot, 1.77 caliber pellets, up to 425 FPS. Nice. Powered by economical and easy to find 12-gram CO2 cartridges. Features adjustable sights and controls that work like the original. Okay, that's pretty good. With all things of this nature, make sure you're still paying attention. Even if it's a pellet or a BB, make sure that you're paying attention to all local, state, federal laws as it relates to even having these type of things. Because some places can't have these things in their presence, and they can surely not have them on their person and go in because they call them lookalikes. And there are some laws in different places against lookalikes. Be careful around children when you have these things, because you need to even keep these up and treat it like as though it will do the things that the real ones do. And practice safety above all, because pellets can cause serious damage and injury, and you would not want to be the person that has caused injury to a person that didn't deserve any type of injury like that, or to a child. So please keep that in mind. Moving on to the next one. Good for practice. Make sure you practice, even with using, I tell people, even with their children, with using toys, practice safety with those. Teach the young children with their little Nerf things to practice safety at all times, because safety is important, and it's good to learn that in all situations. Because when you do something over and 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 over, it becomes habit. Okay. The Ruger Air Hawk, 0.177, 490 FPS, combo spring piston brake with 4x4x32 millimeter scope with wearable for you bundle. Same thing. Make sure you're practicing safety with all these type of things at the utmost. And you can see the other products that people bought with this as well. Safety, safety, safety. Did I say practice safety? Always. And know how to use it. Anything you get your hands on, especially if it's a look-alike, if it looks like the real thing, you want to practice with it. And also, if it's in your vehicle, let your local law enforcement know what it is that you have it, and that what it is, and to help them to keep safe, because you don't want them to happen to see it and be like, oh no, and then all chaos breaks loose, and it's just like, but it was just. So that's just a security lady tip. And we have the Blink Outdoor. The Blink Outdoor wireless weather-resistant HD security camera, 2-year battery life, motion detection, set up in minutes. 2-camera kit, and it is Amazon's choice. Love it. 4.4 out of 5. And that's with a 54,101 rating with 1,000 plus answered questions. Blink camera 2-pack, Amazon's choice. I like it because it is weather resistant. And infrared night vision, home or day, wireless. Wow, what? Say what? The outdoor battery runs for up to 2 years on 2 AA lithium batteries, which are included. So many times we don't pay attention to the product description, and we get it and we're ready to go. We get everything set up and we're ready to put it up on our house. And then next thing you know, it's like, good grief. Gosh darn it, we don't have any batteries. We got to go. And then it sits for about a month because we just either don't take the time or keep forgetting to go get the batteries to run it. So it comes with it. Blink, thank you, Blink, for having the batteries with the product. It's built to withstand the elements, rain or shine. And you can set up, so it's easy to set up for the person. There goes that blue star again, that blue box. Set it up again, set up yourself in minutes, get motion detection alerts. Love that. Oh, I always like the motion detection. Like I said at the beginning of the stream, I try to put things on here when it comes to watching things like these animals, these vicious or annoying animals. rodents, pests, critters in our garden, destroying everything, taking our hard-earned work away from us, depriving us of the joy of health and wellness and nutrition from our own garden, our own, the labor of our own hands. You can get the motion detection alerts on your phone with the option to customize motion zones. I like that. So it's like customizing the modes. It's like the geofence. If you're familiar with geofence is when you can program something to have, it's the border that you set, the circumference that you set around a particular area that you want to monitor that the person coming in or out or staying within. And you can set that up on this with the app so that you can be alerted only when you need to be. So if the raccoons, like in my case, the raccoons, I didn't care if the raccoons were over on this side of the house. Well, I did, because raccoons don't need to be in my yard. But I definitely did not want them in one of my 5 gardens. And so I would set my perimeter up to just go off, to have the motion detector or the alerts just go off when they reached inside this particular area. And then I would know. And I do the same thing with people. Okay, here you can see, hear, and speak to the visitors with live view in real time and 2-way audio features on your Blink app. The raccoons and possums and squirrels, they didn't care. The birds usually cared. They would go away when I talk on my speaker. All the other animals, they wouldn't go away. It's like they could care less. Like they hear me speaking, I'd be like, "Get out of my yard!" And they kind of look. Sometimes raccoons like perk up, but it did not make them run. It did not make them run until I went out there. And then they run. But the squirrels, whoo! I caught a couple of squirrels. Watch those squirrels. Those gloves that we talked about, make sure you wear those resistant gloves. Put on that. Make sure you pick up one of those things for your arms and your legs to cover yourself. Pick one of those up, because you don't want them to, that could ultimately be deadly, to have one of these vicious little animals scratch you or bite you. And when it was in the cage, man, if you've never caught a squirrel in a cage, I wasn't letting it out. That squirrel sat there in that cage. He sure did. And he never calmed down. Nope. We're not going to say how long he sat there, but I wasn't taking him out, and my brother wouldn't take him out. And I couldn't find anybody that would take him out, except I finally found one person. And he was like, "You just let him out." "No, I'm not letting it out." A squirrel jumped on my mother in Washington when she came to visit me in Linwood, Washington. And a squirrel, there were a bunch of squirrels, and people were feeding the squirrels, which I don't say anything around. If you want to feed the squirrels, then feed the squirrels. If that makes you feel good, if that makes you feel like you're giving to the wildlife and contributing to the wonderful succession of the growth of our planet, then by all means, feed the squirrel. They fed them so much that they got comfortable. And my mother was not trying to feed them, and one just had to just jump like right on her shoulder. And my mother has a whole lot of hair. And it was like crazy. It was crazy. I think that's why my brother's traumatized by squirrels. Wait a minute, was my brother there? I don't know if he was there or not. That's the Blink camera. So it's good to have a camera with a geofence. And it is compatible. You combine it with Alexa. Alexa, show me the raccoon. Looking for a solid Canon camera, any update? Oh gosh, gross, this time passed really, really fast, but I have it up, so I can just check in it real fast because I already have it up. And I'm just going to go through it for you real quick. Look, because it's already up. Nothing by Canon. Have one by Sony. Okay, let me look at the other place that I was looking at for the Canon. Hold on, girls. I'm still looking through some of our promo codes. Okay, let me go right here. I'm gonna narrow it down for a minute for you, Gross, and let me see if I can. Nope, still not for the Canon. I know, right? But yep, for the Canon, it's 0. No special Amazon influencer promo codes for the Canon. Let me see it, but I'm gonna check. Let me see if it's any upcoming. Nope, doesn't even look like it's any coming up for the rest of the day. I know, gross. It's because you're looking for it. Whenever we're looking for something, it doesn't happen. Then we stop looking for it, and then all of a sudden, they got 100,000 promo codes, right? For these codes, these like extra special codes, right? It won't show as far as tomorrow. Prime Day on special events, then it shows us like a little bit in advance like that, but not for these special promo codes. But if you want to know, let me see. Let's see. I'm going to try to approach it another way. Nope. Limited down to cameras, and it's not having it. No, sorry, Gross. But I would be probably back on later doing a security stream on the smallest hidden cameras available right now. And if you see me, because I think you are following me, right? Okay, great. Then I'll check when I come back on later as well. Okay, wow, I cannot believe this time went that fast. This time went fast. Okay, guys, thank you so much for being here and for looking at these products. We have I'm going to end with this one because this one, I love this camera, this particular camera. The Blink Outdoor, I like them because they're so simple, easy to install, and very user-friendly and water-resistant, plus night vision. This Extreme Life Rock. I had this camera, and actually one of my customers from my brick and mortar bought it. This camera is amazing. It is amazing, and it is heavy. I mean, it's so surprising that it's not made out of real rock, because it feels like real rock. That's how heavy it is. And it's outdoor, and it lasts. Let me see how long this one lasts. It doesn't say how long this one lasts. Mine lasted the battery lasted up to 8 to 6 months. But this one doesn't say. So that would be a question for the brand KJB. Was Extreme Life Rock Cam outdoor hidden camera and DVR with remote control. So you can turn it off and on as please. You can position it in a way that sees everything, like where the animals are. And the squirrel, or the raccoon may just jump right on top of it and sit on it. But the camera is really, really good on this. It's built very well. It's on the underside, and it has something where you can put in there to make sure that the water doesn't get in through that. I would not, if you're in a place that's wet all the time or rains all the time, I would put it on something else. I would not chance the whole entire thing filling up with water. That wouldn't be good. But this is just an absolute amazing outdoor camera. Oh, there's one more. No, I was going to finish right after this one. There is something else I want to show you in the stream. There's a trail camera. Oh, it's next one. It's the next one. Any of these that I have actually listed in here. Oh, I didn't highlight the rock. I'm so sorry. That I just highlighted the rock camera. So step back to just that rock camera real quick. It's an Extreme Life rock camera, and it is like a real camera. I mean, well, it is a real camera. It has the remote control with it. It is clear. It is just awesome. And it feels real. It looks real. You would not be able to tell. And that's one of the keys. Security lady tip number 2 for this live stream. I cannot believe I've gotten this far. We've gone this long and I've only given 2 tips. So 2 tips. Some of you are probably like, thank goodness she's not giving a whole bunch of security lady tips. 2 tips. Tip number 2 for the day. The key to these things is don't tell anybody you have it. They don't need to know. It's none of their business whether or not you have a rock camera in your yard. That should be between you and the rock. So, of course, the raccoons, like who the raccoons going to tell? The raccoons aren't going to tell anybody. But that's just a personal protection, home business security thing to do. It's about your home business security and your personal protection. So this trail camera. Oh, wait a minute. Is that the one I'm highlighting? No, I'm highlighting this one. The 4K 30MP trail camera, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, 940 nm, and no glow night vision. EcoVox Honey Gang camera, 3 PIR, 120 degrees wide, 65-foot, trigger IP66, waterproof, 2.4 LCD screen for wildlife monitoring home security. Yeah. Trail cameras are really good because you can kind of put them up anywhere, and the cameras, most of them are usually pretty good as well. I like this one because it is waterproof. It takes in the elements. Distance 35 feet, 10 meters. Quick customer service. Love that. It's got like stars right beside that. If you have any puzzles, I like that, puzzles, please contact our professional team. We will work on fixing any issue within 24 hours. You will enjoy the best shopping experience. Support at ecovox.cc. At is replaced by at. Okay, guys, this has been wonderful today. I hope you've enjoyed this live stream. I hope you learned something. If you have any last things, any last comments you want to put in the chats, any suggestions, any encouragement for other people that are out here that are having issues with their gardens and the pesky pets and things of that nature, please feel free to throw them in there as we close this out. I will get those others in here probably maybe tomorrow and finish those up with talking about the rest of these things. But you can look on them, you can click on them, you can check any of those things, check them out. Again, follow me so that you know about the latest things that are happening on with personal protection and home business security, total life wellness. If you're following on Facebook, YouTube, any of the other ones, thank you as well for joining. Hope you guys have a fantastic, fantastic evening. Gross, we're going to keep looking out for that Canon camera that you have. Hold on, let me see that real quick. And you guys have a fantastic, fantastic evening, morning, night, noon, whatever it is, wherever you are. Have a good one. Oh, kisses, hugs. Much love to you.